After viewing this video, you should be able to discuss the connection between formality, being formal or informal in our writing, and point of view, especially when talking about nonfiction writing. So, as a quick review of point of view, first person point of view uses first person pronouns, pronouns that are showing that I am in the story, or whoever is telling the story is in the story. I, me, we, our, us. These tend to allow us to easily include opinions and be subjective, giving our personal thoughts, because we often use I because we say that I think or I feel. So first person uses first person pronouns and tends to be more subjective. Doesn't have to be, but it tends to be. Third person doesn't use I or me unless we're quoting someone and we're saying so and so says, quote, I did whatever, and then we're quoting someone. That's fine. We're actually talking about the narration of the nonfiction here. And here we are slightly removed from the action. We're separated a bit. We're not in the mix like we are in first person, where I'm telling you what's going on around me. Instead, third person is telling you what is happening around whatever subject we are talking about. So third person tries to stay more objective. And in nonfiction writing, we can't be omniscient. So we're either going to be writing usually in an objective stance, a third person objective. So we're going to take a look at formality. How formal are we when we're writing? Now, this is a spectrum. It ranges from being informal to being formal. Informal, picture lounging in bed, texting your friend. That's super informal. Formal is having you can kind of think of that stereotypical stuffy British professor with a pipe by a fireplace talking about Shakespeare, perhaps. That's very formal. It can be very formal. So in informal writing, we're very conversational. It sounds like we're having a conversation with the person we're writing to. We might use contractions, don't, isn't, can't, and we might use slang. We're going to be subjective. We're going to give our opinions of things. And we're probably going to write in first person for an informal writing style. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, and there's different mixes of how we can mix these ideas together, but on the other end is our formal writing. This is more serious, more impersonal. It sounds more distant from the topic. It sounds more professional. Whether it actually is professional is up for debate. This should be well researched, and it should stay pretty objective. Here are facts. Here is how things are. Or any conclusions and opinions we have are based on facts. And we're not going to include contractions. We're going to write the words do not instead of the word don't. And we're going to follow the spectrum from informal to formal. Sometimes we're stuck somewhere stuck in the middle. Maybe we are giving a lot of facts and we're not using contractions, but maybe we do use I now and again. And that's okay. There's actually a lot of debate on if we can be objective and still use I. Anytime we're writing, we're having our own ideas in there. We're choosing what's going in our writing. But this is our informal to formal continuum to talk about the formality in writing and which point of view, first person being more informal and third person being more formal when looking at nonfiction writing.